Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Let's see if everything works. Yep. Everything works fine. Everything works fine. Okay, let's put that up there. Oh, it resized fine. So, welcome back to the stream. We are working again on. Wait a second. I want to make sure that we get a good connection. Am I dropping frames? I'm dropping frames. Okay, let's take a look at how to solve this problem. Output 2000. Let's bring that to 1000 for now. Apply. Okay. So let's see if I'm still dropping frames. I'm not dropping frames. Okay. That's good. And let's see how it behaves in the stream. Yeah, it's fine. It looks fine to me. I don't see any degradation. Okay. So I'm working, we go back to working with my logo. This logo is going to appear inside the game. So this is what I'm going to be using as a logo. And I wanted to finish with the general shape because I wasted too much time with this. I spent like more than 60 hours on this because I wanted to test I'm very rusty when it comes to sculpting. And I also wanted to test the brushes and all this kind of stuff. So, yeah. So the first thing I'm going to do is duplicate this. First of all, I'm going to rename this to cat head. Actually, let's put it as head cat. And I'm going to make a new head, Shift D. Actually, no, this is not going to go properly, and I have to go to the object mode. Let's see. Okay, are we in object mode? Yeah. So Shift D. Go back to your position. Okay, Shift D and enter. So now we're gonna have head dog, or let's say head fox. Right, so I'm gonna separate those two. So let's move to the top as we see this from the top. Make sure that I'm rotated correctly. I don't want, right. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back to sculpt mode. And now this time I'm gonna use, let me use now my tablet. I'm gonna use the blah 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 line project, and I'm gonna go here. First of all, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a line here. Let's see, like this, and this is gonna be for the fox. Why does it work? Maybe because they both appear. Sorry, let's remove that. So this is the fox, which is fine. Why there is a... Okay, see, it tried to... Yeah, because it tried to project everything. So... I don't want that. First of all, let me go to clay strips. I don't want that. So... Let's remesh this. And I'm going to use a higher value this time, 0.002, and remesh this. I'm going to take a bit of time. So we have 6 million now. And I'm going to project even more. Let's see, I will try to project again. Let's go a line project and cut a bit more of that. Let's see if that, no, it doesn't solve a problem. How the hell do you remove that? How the hell you remove that? Do I need to trim things? What? Wait. Is it clay strips? What the hell? What is that? No idea what it tried to do. Okay, let's try pulling that. What the hell is doing there? Down. I cannot. Yeah, look at this. What? Yeah, look at this. What the fuck? Yeah, try to project everything like that. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm not going to try to line project this. So I think that was a mistake. Instead, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a boolean. Okay, let's delete this head fox because it doesn't work for me. Okay, let's go back to object mode. Delete the head fox. What? Really? Without a confirmation? Okay, well, that it happened. Shift D again and enter. So rename that to head fox. Hide the other one, and now I'm gonna make a cube here. What is the? I'm gonna make a cube. Shift A cube, which I'm gonna put in there. And here, let's put that, make sure that it's correctly put there. And I'm gonna scale it here. And probably I will have to rotate it a bit to be parallel with the rest. Okay, so let's rotate it a bit like this. And then scale it on... Actually, let's scale it like this. It's not a problem. Okay, right. And I want this one. Okay, so I want this cube to show as display. Where's the display? Display must be here as a bounce. Right. So I know where exactly it is. Actually, no. Let's put it as, well, bounce fine. But, hello? Okay, so I'm gonna now add a subdivision, a boolean to this thing. So I'm gonna add a boolean. Where's the booleans? Boolean. And I'm going to subtract the cube. So let's take the cube. Actually, I can look it also like this. Let's take the cube, the cube, the cube. Take the cube, cube, the cube. No. It may be because it tries to subtract and it has a lot of polygons now. Let's wait. This may be a bit slow now. Okay, perfect. That's what I wanted. But now I cannot rotate. What happened? Are you gonna rotate? No, it's frozen. Blender doesn't like working with a lot of polygons. Okay, it rotates now. Perfect. Let's select that. And I would think I will... okay. Probably we'll have to remesh it lower. It doesn't work at all. So, what? Yeah, it's too slow, man. And I have a very powerful CPU. And I have also a lot of memory, 32 gigabytes. And it still cannot do what the hell I want with it. Right. So this is not gonna do the trick. Yeah. Okay, so let's lower the resolution of this. Yeah, let's go to Headfox. Let's go to Sculpt mode. And let's lower this to 300,000 so I can actually do the extract much easier. And I'm gonna probably do the same with the cat as well. I don't care about losing some details. I can always put them back. So I'm gonna go with 0.02 instead of 0.002. And actually, let me also remove the boolean for now, because yeah, it's gonna slow things down. And let's go and remesh this to 0.02 instead of 0.2, and remesh this. We're gonna lose some, of course, a lot of detail, but it's not a problem. We didn't lose much. Okay, so this one should work now much better because it went from millions, whoa, a huge difference, to just 100,000. And I'm gonna go back and add the details. It's not a problem. So go back to object mode. I'm gonna select the cube. I'm gonna select this one. No, I don't want only the Headfox, please. Yes. And I want a boolean modifier. I'm gonna sample the cube, and now we see it works massively faster. And the X, and yeah. What? No. I want the cube to move. I don't want you to move. GX. Right, so we can see here, it's pretty slow, but this time is a lot better. A lot better. Right. So GX a bit more. Okay. Let's take a look. I think it's okay. Yeah, it's not gonna be a perfect slice because, but that's the point there. Okay, so let's keep it like this. We see here also the area here. I'm gonna fix that. It's not a problem. Yeah, and I'm going to apply this. So now this is gonna probably make an n-gon here, but it's not a problem because I'm gonna remesh it. Yeah, let's do that. So select the Fox again, do a nice apply. I'm gonna keep the cube, but hide it for now. And I'm going here, I'm going to the sculpt mode, very fast, very quickly. Actually, I'm not gonna do a lot with this, but wait, what is that? Clay strips, right? So let's smooth this out. So I don't want, oh, no, don't lose the mouth. Let's remove that. Let's smooth this out. Yeah, just like that. And just like that. Yeah. what is that? And probably with the remesh, I'm gonna fix this. I don't know, what is this? I think that's... Okay, as we can see here, probably this is an n-gon. We can see whether this is an n-gon. If we go to wireframe, yeah, this is definitely an n-gon, which is not good news. So we have to remesh this, remesh again. And now we have get rid of the n-gon. And smooth this out. And I'm gonna fix that later on the sculpting thing. And probably then I will actually line project again to make sure that everything keeps sharp. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. It's okay. So we have the 1/2. And now I'm gonna do the same thing with the cat. So let's go to the cat. Yeah, so the problem is, how the hell? Right, so we need the cube again. The cube now is gonna be, right, so this one has to be, okay, so take a look at the cat. And now remesh the cat to, again, 0.02, which is going to lower everything. From 3 million, we're going to go to 100,000. And then I'm not going to change the box because, yeah, it's going to be exactly the same. So Boolean, select that. But instead this time, I will go for intersect, which is going to give us the other side. Right, and I'm going to apply the modifier again. And now we have two pieces that I think they work by, completing one another. And I think this should be fine. And I don't need the cube anymore. First of all, I need to remesh this again. So I'm going to remesh this again. So I can get rid of the n-gon, which I did here. And then I'm going to select the cube. Actually, let me go to object mode. Select a cube and delete the cube. Actually, I can keep the cube. Let's keep the cube just in case. Call this one separation cube. So that's the case. We need to separate things again, or we need to extract things again. So I lost, of course, a lot of topology here, but that's not a problem because I can go back and remesh this. So let's go back to, what the hell? Why? No, I had select the object, okay. So let's go back to the sculpt mode and remesh this back to 4 million, whatever it is, 0.02. It's gonna be 4 million, I think. Right. And we're 7 million. Okay, that's pretty high. 7 million, wow, okay, didn't expect that. So now the only thing I have to be careful is that I don't want to cross this boundary here. I want to keep this boundary as it is because it's a perfectly flat boundary. So I don't want to cross that so they can actually put them together again. They're going to be two different objects from now on because they're going to be animated as well. So now we have to go back and fix the problems here with the eye. And I want to finish with the nostril. I'm pretty happy with the general shape of the object. And I think 7 million probably is too much. Maybe go for like, I don't know, something smaller. I think 7 million is pretty big. Let's see, this one is gonna be. 3 million, yeah, that's fine. 3 million, I think 3 million is more reasonable for this mess because we're not going to put in a lot of detail anyway. So the plan for this is to remesh it at some point retopologize it. So I'm going to make a retopology out of this. And then probably I will multi-res it. And then I will add a bit detail. I'm thinking of adding an armor plates on top of that, start making the material. Generally today I want to finish with the logo at least and put it inside the game. Yeah, so I want to finish with the logo as soon as possible. We have, I think, pretty good detail here. I don't think we're gonna need more detail than what I'm seeing here, so it should be fine. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break and we'll be back in 5 minutes. Yeah, so it's not gonna be a 10-minute break, it's gonna be only a 5-minute break. Yeah, and see you in 5 minutes. Okay, we're back on time. So, right, so we have now the head fox, which is from this side. So as you can see, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. The problem is with this one, it's the head fox, which has the problem. And then we have the head cat, which is okay as well. Is it me, or is it using a different material for this? Let me go here and remove the wireframe, because the color seems different. Is this a facet? Let's go and initialize the facets. So we can go and say facet initialize from by loose parts. So that, yeah, it had created a facet. Okay, so now it doesn't have any facets, which is great. Actually, it has one facet. Okay, so let's go back and add our details back. This is the 3 million geometry, so it should be fine. Let's work on the eye, because the eye is right now has lost all its detail. Let me see how we can fix that. So the eye is pretty much in an awful state, so let's see how we can fix that for now. Right, so let's make the eyelids, if I remember how to make them. As you can see, the resolution now is much lower, because it's 3 million instead of 7 million that was previously was, but that's fine because we're gonna retopologize anyway. So right now I'm not really that concerned with accuracy, because I'm gonna go back and re-add those details. I just want to make enough detail so the topology is correct when I make the topology, and then I will actually change that to a multi-res and add topology back, something like that. So add detail back, basically. So let's take a look at this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is basically smooth everything out, because from what I've seen here is for some reason it tried to, So let's smooth everything out and probably topologize. And what is that here? How is this an artifact? Okay. We all to fix them. Whoa, what the hell? We also have to mix the mouth. And yeah, it has issues here. So I don't mind crossing the boundary, because probably I will try to reproject this. And let's smooth this out as well. I don't like that it's so jagged. Smooth this out as well. Oh, what the hell? Smooth this out as well. Let's add a bit of, well, I have clasted, right? Let's add a bit of geometry here. I don't mind. Let's add a bit of geometry. What the? Okay, wait. Let's make sure that I have enabled from face shading. Yeah, it is. I don't know why I mess around with my geometry. So I could use polish here if I wanted to. For example, if I add things here, I can. What the hell is that? Why is it stressing so much? Okay, let's really topologize this. Remesh this, sorry. Is it remeshing now? Okay, let's see now. Yeah, that's much better. So if I add again, what the hell is that? If I add geometry here, I can use the polish, the scrape brush, and remove that. So I can keep everything flat. So as you can see here, the scrape brush works. Actually, I don't have an add enabling, but it really works because already it's a plane. So that is a very easy way to erase anything that, let me go smoothing things out here as well. So we can actually keep things flat on the inside very easily. very, very easily. So let's smooth things here. Let's try to smooth things very fast as we can. Yeah, so now it actually is a lot better. A lot better. Okay, and let's move this as well, and I don't mind if I lose a bit of details. I have no idea what the hell is this blue here thing. I've seen it many times, I don't know what the hell it means. And I think I will go and smooth everything that I can to make sure that, yeah, and then I will try to remesh again. Yeah, I'm gonna even smooth the mouth here. I will try to keep things, yeah, and let's smooth this out. I don't know what the hell is that. So here we can also use a scrape brush again, if we want to scrape this. Although it doesn't, I don't like the scraping here so much, but that's fine. So let's move this out as well. And this one as well. Scraping here, yeah. Oh, wait, because we have to be a bit careful here, because there is problem. We'll have to enable the plane here. Nah, the plane's too harsh. I don't like the plane so much. So let's put a bit of scrape here. I probably will line project this anyway, so it's not a big problem. Right, so we have the air canal here, which is fine. Yeah. So let's now work, let's remesh this, and now we'll work on the eye. So the plan is to make the basic shapes. I don't care so much about detail right now, just I want to make a nostril and detail the eye and a bit of the mouth here. Go to the topology, add the multi-res modifier, keep this as a high detail thing, shrink wrap the high res of multi-res, the high levels of multi-res to this detail, and then work on top, apply the shrink wrap, and then work on the detail itself. Maybe add a bit of detail here and there, nothing major, and then use the multi-res to create the normal map. So this is going to go back to probably from 3 million down to 30,000 polygons when the normal map is generated and baked to the model. So yeah, that should work fine. What the hell I'm doing? Yeah, always pressing the wrong buttons. Okay, so let's take a look at the eye here. So the eye is not good. Scrape. Okay, let's take a look at the scrape here. No, that's pretty big for scrape. Let's move forward. Let's move it on. Scrape here. I don't think scrape is gonna work like that. Nah, it can, but no, I'll probably go with clay stripes. I think it's gonna make things a bit easier for me. So we're gonna go with clay stripes, trying to make the definition for the eyelids. And here as well. And it's all about pushing and pulling, basically, if you want to make things like are a bit more. First of all, why the eye is like this? I don't like this. Let's fill this out. Why there is a... Right. So decrease that down here. Crazy that I have 3 million and still not enough resolution. I can actually see the voxels. I thought that was gonna be enough resolution. 3 million faces, which means this is actually 6 million triangles. And still it's not enough. Kind of crazy. But it is what it is. So let's add the eyelids here. Right. So I don't know, I think if it's scrape can stop helping here a bit. So if I scrape this, let me put that bigger. Yeah. No. Yeah and no. No and yeah. Okay, let's take a look at the scrape again. I mean, I can scrape it also from that side. Yeah, so if I want to create the eyelid here, probably I'll have to scrape from both sides. So basically the scrape is pushing and pulling the vertices to create corners. This is a brush that is heavily used for mechanical details or anything you want to create and define an edge. So as you can see here, it's very easy to make the eyelid using the scrape brush, combined of course with a smooth brush. Another useful brush if you want to make something more flat is a flattening brush as well. It's pretty good. But I think I will have to play around with clay strip as well because my polish, the one that I'm using here, which is very similar to ZBrush polish, I'm using the normal, and right now the normals are a bit not the direction I want to go. Of course, I can use I can use elastic deform to push this eyelid closer on the eye. I don't want the eye to be that sharp because it's an eye, of course, so it doesn't make sense to be that sharp. And I'm going to do the same. No, I have to zoom in. I have to do the same here for that eyelid. Yeah, I think it's too much. It's a bit too big. I have to go closer. Yeah, so that is going to be the other side of the eyelid. And also that side will create the corner here. And then we use a smooth brush again. And now we have a bit of a corner. Still not the shape we want, of course. But it's a push and pull thing, so yeah. It takes a bit time. I think we need to... Yeah. So... I think from this distance, yeah, it's actually enough polygons. They're not 3 million, I think is pretty good. I think when you go closer and closer, yeah, it seems that it's not enough, but in a distance, because this is a window of 1080, which is going to be the standard resolution for the game, I think it's good enough. So also you can use clay strips here. It's not a bad idea. And then you can put a scrape on top of that, of the clay strip. Personally, I'm a huge fan of elastic deform. Like, I do love elastic deform. For those who don't really know, elastic deform is like a grab brush, but it's elastic, right? It does... Actually, no, I think I have to go closer here. So as you can see, it allows me now to close the eyelid, and by doing so, I make this, the angle on the eyelid, I make the angle here much steeper, which will be a bit more difficult to do with a polish brush, with a scrape brush. So I don't want the eyelid to be huge, and I want to be closer to the eye. Of course, we have to be careful not to lose the curvature of the eyelid. But we can always fix that, it's not a big problem. Of course, another way to do this is using the pinch brush. So if you want to bring things together, using the pinch brush probably is a lot better, a bit bigger. And if you use the pinch brush here, you can see that I bring things together, and by doing so, I make the angle a lot steeper. So now we have a much more closer eyelid instead of something that, yeah. So the pinch brush also is very, very useful when you want to make things. The problems we have here is that I see that it's not pretty flat. So we have to fix this as well. I don't know if scrape here is gonna help. I don't think so. No. So, yeah, let's take a look at this. Okay, let's see what happens. Ah, it's not a bad idea. Yeah, I think it comes pretty nice with a scrape brush. Yeah. Scrape magic. So, yeah. Again, we lose a bit of the verticality that we had previously, but again, we can apply on top of it the pinch brush, is not a problem. What I'm trying to do here is trying to make this a bit smoother, and now I can also use the flatten brush here, which also gonna flatten it even more. But we have to be careful because we're using a normal, which basically means that it samples from the stroke. So I'm taking the stroke here and uses the same normal to flatten to understand how the flattening would work. So as you can see here, it takes the same angle of the normal. So we have to be careful here. So it's usually a combination of dragging the brush, trying to use a doublet, and always use the smooth as well. So flatten with smooth really brings you things a lot more to the result you want. So it's all about using combination of brushes. It's almost never just using one brush that will give you the result you want. So again, I can go with scribe here if I want to further emphasize the corner here, or from down here as well. So that will emphasize the edge. Again, it doesn't matter that it creates this kind of valley here, this kind of because we can always smooth it out with a smooth brush. And you see, we lost here the detail. I'm gonna undo this. So we have to be careful with the smooth brush. Again, nothing that you do is not easily fixed, but you have to be a bit careful with your strokes. But even if you make a mistake, smooth brush usually can undo things, and you can always go back and scrape things again. So it's not really a problem. So if you can now see it from a distance, we see that we have made pretty okay eyelid. And again, we can use the pinch brush to close and make it a bit more vertical. So if I go and choose the pinch brush, you can see that I can bring this in a much more steeper angle for the eyelid. And of course, we can smooth the eye here because, of course, the eye doesn't have an edge. It's more spherical. Again, I don't really care about how the shape of the eye really is, because the entire model gonna be we'll be using an emission for it. It's gonna glow, so you will not be able to see the shape of the eye so clearly anyway. Although that is a bit of an issue though, because because I will surround it with armor, so it's not going to be such a big an issue. Yeah. Probably I will have to No? Hmm. Okay, we haven't fixed this, so let's move this. Okay. And let's take a look. I think I need to scrape this as well. I feel that this one is not as scraped. Right. So I'm gonna take another break and be back in 10 minutes, guys. See you then. And we're back. Actually, let me open. Let's get the job done. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay. So, yeah. What are we? Yeah, so we're talking about this. I'm not happy with the eye. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the eye socket here. Where am I? Scrape. No, I don't want scrape. I want clear scrapes. So I'm going to remove all the eye here. Because I'm not happy with it at all. Right? And I'm going to, it doesn't matter if I screw up the eyelids as well. Let me remove all this. Yes. 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 So let's remove all this. I'm not happy with the way the eye socket works. And also, I think as an eye is just fine. So what I'm going to do is going to go here. First of all, is the eye too small? Is the eye too small? Well, I kind of feel it's a bit too small. Anyway, I'm gonna go, is it too small? I don't know. Okay, so let's make this like this. And let's smooth things out here. And what I'm going to do instead, let's make the cavity here. And what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to remesh this so it actually includes the gravity and doesn't stretch things out. And I'm going to add the sphere here to model better the eye because I'm not happy with the eye and the way the light looks and the socket looks. Okay, so let's smooth things out here. And let's go and go to object mode and make a sphere, UV sphere. I don't really care about this resolution so much because I'm going to remesh it anyway. And I'm going to put that one inside the eye. So it's going to go somewhere along the lines here. Yeah, so it's going to go inside there. No, it's not a bad... The curvature is not that terrible, actually. I expect it to be a bit worse, but it's not that bad. It does behave like an eye bit. And then I will actually union this and remesh it. Oh, actually, no, I don't want to union this. I can actually join this and remesh it. But for now, I'm not going to play around with this. I just want to make a nice eye on top. So let's go back to this one. Let's go back to the sculpt mode. Sculpt mode, thank you. And yeah, so let's make this a bit bigger and let's start working on making an eye socket. What the hell is doing? Okay. Okay. Right. And I think that's also going to help us make more accurate eyelids as well. And when I'm happy with the eyelids and the eye socket in general, I'm going to... What the hell? I'm going to try to... make this a bit more, yeah. So obviously that is pretty bad. So let's smooth this out, and smooth this out, and smooth this out. Is the eye need to be a bit bigger? I'm okay, I can actually then resize it with elastic deform, it's not a problem. So now I can actually use the elastic deform and and starting playing around with the shape of the eye. So that's a very angry eye. I'm angry, but I like it. Okay. Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the sphere, which is going to be the, I'm going to rename this. Okay, let me go and go back to object mode. What the hell? I say object mode. Okay, select the sphere and rename this one to left eye. And I want this one, I will actually add a multi-res to this one. Multi-resolution, subdivide it. Yeah, and then apply the subdivision. Add a bit more, it's not a problem. How much is it? Oh, wait, no, I don't want to overdo it. Shit. Is it 6 million just for the eye? Okay, let's remove the cat. No. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that's fine. And apply this. Let's delete higher and apply this. And now we can work with this. Nice. Okay. So let's go back to head cut. Control Q back to sculpt mode. Now we have a nice eye. Now the big question is, do I want to join the eye with the geometry or should I leave it separate? That's a good question. I think I probably will join it. I think probably I will join it. I think I'll probably join it, yeah. So we can actually use here the scrape brush as we did previously. Well, we have to be a bit more careful. And the nice thing is because the sphere is now in a different object, we don't worry about affecting the sphere, which is the eye, of course. And we can do the same scraping here as well. So as you can see, it's much easier this way to make the eyelids now. Like this and like this. So immediately the eyelids are much more defined this way. And of course we can scrape like this to add our, to pronounce the ends, to make the edge a bit more obvious, because right now, of course, the edge is pretty smooth. And for an eyelid, it should be more pronounced. Right. So that's, now we have a very, very nice, sharp, kind of sharp edge there. And of course, we use a smooth brush to fix the rest, so we don't have any of those problems. Just very careful not to lose the sharpness on the edge. Right. So if I go back, we can see now it's really nice. And we have some problems here. So we can see here that the eyelid is too outside, doesn't follow the curvature of the eye. So what we do is use the elastic deform. And I think I'll probably go for a bit larger setting. So we can see here that it's very, very easy to adjust it. And a bit, bring it closer to the shape of the eye. So now it actually makes a bit more sense. That's the beauty of the elastic deform. And we can do the same thing here and here. And of course, we can even bring those things together. Although a pinch brush probably will be better here. And of course, yeah, I think it's a good idea to use the pinch brush now. Let's bring back the curvature of the eye here, because I don't like that is a bit rugged. So if we want to, I don't know if the pinch will work well here though, because now the eye is a separate object. Let's take a look at this. Does it work? It should work actually. Yeah, actually it works pretty well. So you can see now we have a more pronounced edge with the pinch. And yeah, we have a bit more pronounced edge here. So that's how you make basically mechanical modeling if you want to. It's just a question of bringing the loops, the geometry together. Although you don't need, when it comes to an eyelid, you don't need to make it that sharp. But if you're doing something mechanical, you could use the pinch brush to a bit more extreme. Now we see here that we have a bit of an issue with the eyelid be a bit lower. So I'm gonna go back to elastic deform, and I'm gonna try to push it back like this, and I will try to push it back like this. So it's a bit more pronounced. And then what I can do is use a pinch brush with a much larger setting to now bring those details together and make a much more vertical eyelid. Let's see if I can make a bit of our eyelid there a bit more vertical. You can see it affects the area here as well, which I don't really care so much because I can use the elastic deform. So I want to make this a bit more vertical. And now I can go back with the elastic deform and fix this area here that I just destroyed. So I can go with the elastic deform and fix this area and bring back the curvature. And push, maybe push it a bit further back, a bit inside. And I think that is better. I think that is better. Okay, let's see it from a distance. Yeah, it's pretty good. I still think though that the eyelid should have a bit more pronounced effect outside, so let's make it so, I think it's okay, but I would like to emphasize the curvature of the eye socket a bit here. Yeah, I don't want to be like that flat. I want to be more obvious that this is an eye socket. Let's smooth this out. What is that? Sorry, I probably will not be able to do this. I use this brush. What is that? I don't know. Okay, so go back to elastic deform. And no, I don't want that there. I don't want to mess with the eyelid there. Maybe, it's gonna probably mess with the eyelid. Yeah, I could use the clay brush here. Yeah, I probably would go with the clay brush. So I have a bit sharper kind of thing. So if I use the clay brush here, probably gonna make it a bit easier for me to, have this kind of pronounced, now you can see I have this kind of more pronounced effect. The fact that this one is an eye socket. Another problem I have is that here will need to be more pronounced, that is a nose. So again, I can use the pinch brush. Together with this area here, I can actually use another pinch brush here. And you can see that I have a bit of more pronounced effect on the nose. And if you want to smooth out, again, you can use the smooth brush to smooth things out a bit more. Sorry, I don't think I have to go with the clay or the draw to use the smooth brush. So it's not that obvious. It's not that obvious. Yeah. I think that is more to my liking. Again, I want to use the smooth as here because I don't want this one to have any kind of difference. And let's see this one here as well. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So I think I'm going to finish with the eye. I don't think I'm going to keep working on the eye. The ear, I think it's pretty fine. Maybe work a bit on the general shape of the ear because I feel it's a bit jagged. So go back to elastic deform and work a bit on, yeah. So the ear has to be, I think the ear has to be, because this is a cat, and cats have much more circular ears than other animals. But we see the ear is a bit jagged. So let's try to make it a bit more circular. Probably we'll have to go closer. Yeah, and now I can, with elastic deform again. Have I said how much I like elastic deform? I do love elastic deform, right? Just great. It's absolutely great. And you can see now we have fixed a bit of the jagginess. You can also fix the externally here. Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Let's go back to clay strips and smooth this out. And now, yeah, it's much more circular. I don't know if I want to make a bit, yeah, I think probably I will make it. So basically what I can do here is use again the pinch brush. And if I want to make this one thinner, look at how easy it is. Just using the pinch brush, I can make this a bit thinner if I wanted. And you can do the same with the entire ear. So you can use the pinch brush to shrink the ear if you wanted to, although you have to be a bit careful not to lose on the back side. So I'm going to go with the local deform and push that a bit on the back. Yeah, so I don't want to be too thin. Yeah, and I think that's fine. I don't know about this area here, if it has to be a bit more open, like that. I'm not sure. And now you have the ability also to move the eye if you wanted, right? And resize the size if you wanted to do. But I'm not gonna do that. And I don't know. So I think, okay, so let's work on the nostril. Let's work on the nostril. So I think now it's time to work. So basically I finished with the eye. I'm gonna keep it as it is. I'm finished with the ear. I'm gonna need to work on the nostril and the mouth, and then we're gonna go and do the topology. And then we're gonna go and do the topology. It's okay if it's a bit of a rough sculpt. It's not a big problem. Yeah. Okay, so the nostril now. The nostril needs to be more pronounced. So the nostril on a cat is gonna have to be like this. So the nostril in the cat is basically like this. It's actually here. And this here is skin. So this one is the skin. Well, this one is the nostril. And it's like the nostril is embedded inside the skin, or at least inside the fur, because with the reference I have here, I don't really see it as obviously. So this is the nostril. Let's take a look at this. This is the nostril. This is the skin. So this one has to be smoothed out. And from what I've looked at from the looks of it, it also has a curvature here. It has a curvature here, from what I've seen from the reference. I'm trying to use reference to make sure that everything is as expected. I also think that the nostril, now I'm not sure if the nostril is too big in this case scenario, but no, I don't think so. I think it needs to be a lot more closed. So I'm gonna go to elastic deform and try to close the nostril a bit down. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking here, what if I use the pinch branch instead and trying to resize it? What happens? What the hell? Why it doesn't do anything? Doesn't seem that it works. It works and then, yeah, I don't like the pinch branch. No, I don't want to mess with the pinch branch. I don't like what the pinch branch is doing. Okay, let's go back to the elastic deform. Let's go closer so we can have a more, yeah. How big is this? Okay, let's make this smaller. Right. So, this is a nostril, but is it really small? I think it's small. I think it's rather small, unfortunately. Okay, so I'm gonna try and do some scraping here. Let's see, scrape more. So let's scrape this so I can see more the boundary of the skin. And I'm gonna scrape also the nostril so I can see the boundary of the nostril as well. Yeah, let's make the nostril up here. Smooth this out. Yes. Yeah, okay, we'll have space here. Okay, so that's fine. So yeah, this is the nostril, this is the skin. So let's make that so it's a bit more pronounced. And the skin has to go a bit on a more curvature thing. Elastic deform. Go closer. Yeah. So more in that kind of direction. Because from the looks of it, it does really close things down quite a lot. Yeah. And we can do the same thing here as well. We can bring this down as well. Unfortunately, I cannot really use the pinch branch here because it will have been a lot easier to use the pinch branch because from what I've seen, it really distorts the geometry because it's really flat on this side. But the elastic deform is going to do the pretty similar thing here. So that is closer to what I've seen in the reference. And so you know what what reference I'm referencing. Let me give you the image editor. And of course, this is the left side. You can see here that the fur is on top of the nostril, but I'm using this one. Sorry, I'm using this one? No, this one. So if we go here, we see, let me see if I can do this. No, I cannot do this because okay. So if I go here, we can see that there is a curvature here that goes with the nostril. There is a curvature here. So that's what I'm trying to achieve here. Of course, the big question is, if you go to the side, the nostril is not as vertical. First of all, the nose, the way it is, yeah. So we have to move that there. The nostril has to be there, and that should be more pronounced like this. Like that. To be more realistic. I haven't saved yet, yeah? Okay, so I'm gonna take another break for 5 minutes, and I'm gonna see you guys in 5. Okay, so where we were? We were in trying to do the hell. So actually, so so let's go by the nostril. Scrape this also from the top. Let's make this a bit flat. Nope, don't do that. I don't want that. I want that. Cool. Okay, there we go. Nice. And let's scrape. No. Let's scrape also the bottom here. I think it makes sense to scrape this as well. Yep. So what about the mouth here? the fuck is that? Is this shadow? What is that artifact? I don't know. Let's go here. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to retopologize today. I probably will do it tomorrow. It needs a lot of reshaping. I'm not happy with the shape of the face. The mouth needs improvement, the nostril needs improvement. I managed to restore some of the details back, but I'm not really happy with the general shape. I have to shape. So I'm gonna take a break pretty soon. And yeah. Money beef with this is it looks more like a bear. It actually looks like a cat. But you know, it is what it is. At some point, I'll have to call it done because it will take forever otherwise. I think we need to go here and add a bit more detail here, like this. Come on, do that. Probably I should have used last deform there because I ruined the scrape. That's not a big problem, that I ruined the scrape. That's okay. I'm not going for perfection, so it's gonna look how it looks. Okay, so I'm gonna take a break and be back in 5 minutes. Around 5. Maybe a bit more. See you then, guys. Okay. Okay. We haven't been dropping frames at all, which is good. I think I'm going to be calling a day soon because, yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired, man. Go with this one. Wait, what? Okay. I'm still, I'm happy with the result, kind of. But then you can never be too happy with the result because, I'm not a great painter. That's for sure. Actually, I think I'm gonna. One thing I don't know is I feel that my mouth here is too elongated. Is it? And I feel that, I don't know. I'm trying to find the best way to do this. No, I think it's okay there. I think that's okay there. I don't want to mess with that too much. But the one thing I've seen is that it does get a bit let's put a bit more cheek to the cheek. A bit more cheek to the cheek. Yeah, I think that's pretty better. Is it? Is it? Is it? Let me take a look at pinching this. Yeah. Let's make things a bit more pronounced, as always. As you can see, this is one way I'm doing it. Make this a bit more straight. And let's play around with the nostril a bit more. The nostril also is definitely more, more outward. So let's put that big and let's put that in. I think I need to be closer. What about this one? Yeah, I think that's more to my liking. Yeah. Scrape, right? I'm using scrape. Am I using scrape? Why the hell it distorts here? Hmm. Oh. Why I'm dropping frames? I'm dropping frames. I'm dropping frames. Okay. Streaming, it's a balancing act. Yeah, I think I'll call it that there. I will have to go back to this. Yeah, there's a lot more work to be done. Especially the nostril. I don't know, man. I cannot nail the nostril, man. Like the mouth is okay, I guess. The face is okay. The general shape is okay. But the eye, I'm kind of happy with the eye as well. I don't think it's really bad. But the nostril is terrible. So if I finish the nostril, I think I will be ready for a teratopology. But for the time being, I will call it the day. I will need to come back to this. And of course, I need then to work on the fox as well. So thanks everybody for joining me today. I hope you guys enjoy this. I will be coming back maybe tomorrow. We'll see how I feel about this. And I also plan to do a Julia stream. This is a new programming language that I actually caught my attention. So I'm definitely going to be doing a programming stream. But yeah, from now on, we're going to be doing programming streams. We're going to be doing, 3D modeling streams as well, because the game, of course, needs the assets. It needs a lot of modeling stuff. And this is basically going to go in the start of the game. So it's going to be the opening screen. Then the next step is to work on a very simple menu screen in Godot and very simple graphics and something nice decorative. And then I will work on making the first character. Then we're gonna work on the terrain, the enemies. So yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, so for today I'm finished. I don't think I will be doing anything more than that. Yeah, thanks everyone for joining. Hopefully I will see you in one of my next streams. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye, guys.